Hi, David. Do you have a moment? I wanted to have a detailed chat about the presentation you gave to the senior management team this morning.
Of course, Maria. Please have a seat. I was hoping to get your thoughts on it. Was everything okay?
Yes, overall, you did a very solid job. I want to start by saying the context was challenging. Presenting to senior leadership is always high pressure, and you handled it well. The preparation was evident, and the research you presented was thorough and insightful. You clearly put a lot of hard work into gathering that data.
Thank you. I'm glad the research part came across as strong. I spent a lot of time validating those numbers.
It definitely showed. And I was particularly impressed with how you handled that difficult question from Mr. Harris about the Q4 budget forecast. You stayed calm, provided a data-backed answer, and didn't get flustered. That was very professional.
I appreciate you saying that. I was a bit nervous about that question, so I'm happy it went well.
You handled it perfectly. Now, I have a few suggestions and observations that I think could elevate your presentations from great to outstanding. Are you open to some constructive feedback?
Yes, absolutely. I'm always looking for ways to improve, so I'd appreciate your detailed thoughts.
Great. Let's start with the structure. While the individual sections were excellent, I felt that the transition between the financial projections and the new marketing plan felt a bit abrupt. It was like we jumped from one big topic to another without a clear bridge.
Okay, I can see that. My thinking was that I needed to get through a lot of information in the 30-minute time slot, so I might have rushed that transition to save time.
I understand the time pressure completely. A suggestion for next time could be to add a single, simple summary slide. Something like, so, based on these financials, here's how we plan to invest in our marketing. It would help the audience connect the dots and follow the narrative you're building.
That's a really helpful suggestion. Thank you. A summary slide makes perfect sense. I'll make a note of that for future presentations. It's a simple fix.
Exactly. The second point is about the slide design itself. A couple of them, especially the ones showing the competitor analysis, were quite text-heavy with a lot of bullet points.
I was worried about that myself. I struggle sometimes to find the right balance between providing enough detail on the slide and keeping it clean. Could you point to a specific example?
Of course, the slide titled Competitor Strengths and Weaknesses. It had a lot of text. It might be more engaging for the audience if we used more visuals, like a simple 2x2 matrix, or even just icons to represent the key points.
So you're suggesting fewer words and more impactful graphics to tell the story?
Precisely. It helps in making the key points more memorable at a glance. We have a subscription to a great design tool called Visually, and I can send you the link. It has tons of templates that can help with data visualization.
That would be really appreciated. I've been wanting to improve my visual design skills. Thank you for being so specific with your feedback. This is very useful.
My pleasure. The final area I wanted to discuss was audience engagement. Your confidence was great, but I noticed that at times you spoke a little quickly. It seemed like you were very focused on delivering the information perfectly.
That's fair. I do tend to speak faster when I'm nervous. I was trying to make sure I covered everything.
And you did cover everything. The suggestion here is to consciously pause between key points. It gives the audience a moment to absorb the information and also makes you appear even more confident and in control.
That makes sense. I get caught up in the moment and forget to slow down. Do you have any tips on how to practice that?
A great technique is to rehearse your presentation with a colleague. Ask them to raise their hand every time you start speaking too fast. It's a simple way to build self-awareness.
That's a great, actionable idea. I'll definitely try that next time.
Excellent. So, to recap, the foundation of your presentation was incredibly strong. The main refinements are to focus on smoother transitions, more visuals on the slides, and managing your pacing. I have no doubt that your next one will be phenomenal.
Thank you, Maria. I really appreciate you taking the time to give me such detailed and constructive feedback. I feel much clearer now on what to focus on for next time.
That's the goal. We're a team, and my job is to help you grow. Keep up the great work, David.
Thanks again. I will.